Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. As you know, episode 57 was supposed to be 2 parts, and we've yet to see any signs of episode 57 part 2. But don't worry, we've finally gotten confirmation on when the episode will arrive. In this video, I'll talk about when episode 57 part 2 will be published and tell you my guesses on what's going to happen in episode 57 part 2. If you don't want to miss out on news on upcoming episodes and an episode 57 part 2 analysis when it comes out, make sure to subscribe and like this video. As you know by now, leaks of the upcoming episodes are published in Boom's Discord server, and earlier today the owner of the server has gotten some information from Boom and shared that part 2 is in development and it'll be released on the 17th or 18th. This most likely means that we'll most likely get the episode 16 to 43 hours from the point this video is published. I'm hoping for it to be out tomorrow. But we all know that making high-quality animations with a very fleshed-out story can take time. And I'm assuming that part 2 of episode 57 might actually be the longest Skibidi toilet video ever since it's been in the works for so long now. I really cannot imagine the amount of work Dafuk puts in, but thanks to him, we are getting to see one of the best YouTube series ever created. There is a likely chance that we'll get to see some leaks today before the episode comes out, and if that happens, we can most likely safely assume that the episode will come out in max 20 hours from the point of this upload. If any leaks are published, I'll make sure to cover them, so make sure to subscribe. But anyways, now let's get to what could happen in episode 57 part 2. Make sure to watch until the end so that you don't miss any of the theories. As you probably know by now, episode 57 part 1 was titled as It's Time to Save Titan Speakerman. This most likely confirms that either he was cured in part 1 and we don't know it, or they'll save him in part 2 100%, because it's been so long since he got infected at this point. Let me give it to you from this perspective so that it makes more sense. As we all know, the Titan Speakerman was infected in episode 32 after not being careful. It's been exactly 25 episodes ever since he got infected. That's almost half the series. Now let's think about how long the Titan Cameraman disappeared after getting beaten in episode 20. He was heavily injured in episode 20, and we saw him being fixed and upgraded in episode 23, and it took him about 27 episodes to make a comeback. These two lengths are strangely close, and I really do think that Dafuk is doing this on purpose because he is a good writer and understands how long it should take for stuff to happen for characters to develop. The thing is, episode 57 is also the first episode of the season. So if Titan Speakerman isn't saved in this episode, but if he gets saved in episode 59, which would be the end of the season, it'd be the exact same length it took for the Titan Cameraman to come back. It's kind of weird to think about, but this could be what Dafuk is planning. And I can't even imagine what's going to happen in the next 2-3 episodes, because episode 57 part 1 was just the beginning of this season, and it was crazy. Usually the ending episodes of seasons are crazier compared to the first episode of a new season. I have a few guesses on what could happen, and I'm sure that there will be a big plot twist happening, because we all know that if Titan Speakerman gets cured, the Skibidi will lose one of their best troops and might not stand a chance against the Alliance at this point without him. This could mean a few things. As you know, the TV race is very protective when it comes to themselves, and they were very mad in episode 56 when the tank got destroyed in episode 55. Would this disappointment in the Alliance would make them betray the Alliance? I don't know. But with all the messages Dafuk has been giving on the background, it's surely that someone is going to betray someone in the coming episodes, and I really do think that it's going to happen either in part 2 of episode 57 or in episode 59. This all started with the cameraman that didn't give thumbs up to the Titan Cameraman in episode 50. After that, we saw the text in episode 52 that said, "Your real enemy is coming." And in episode 55, we saw the text that said, "They come," which could be talking about the Skibidi toilets that are about to come in that episode. But remember how the skull toilet came into the scene? He teleported the same way as the TV man. Were they helping the Skibidi toilets? How did the Skibidi toilets get their hands on the same technology? These are important questions to be asked, but now let's get to episode 56, after the cameraman learned that the tank was destroyed. One of the TV men saw this and said, "You had one job," probably meaning that they only had to protect the tank, and the TV man left very disappointed and angry. We all know that they've already left the cameraman to die before in episode 43. Why wouldn't they do it again? In episode 57, we also just saw a text on a wall that said, "Betrayal." We can safely assume that something very big is on the way. But if the TV man are not the traitors, there is only one option left, if you ask me. Weirdly, every time there is anything mentioned about betrayal on the screen, it's when Titan Cameraman is there. In episode 50, it was when he was giving thumbs up. In episode 52, the text that said "your real enemy is coming" was shown next to him. In episode 55, he came a little after the text was shown, and in episode 57, he was on screen when the betrayal text was shown. I don't think the TV man will blatantly betray the Alliance, and if they do, I think it'll be behind the Alliance's back. But when it comes to the Titan Cameraman, how would he betray? Why would he betray everyone? This question is the main thing that needs to be answered. What if the parasite that infected the Titan Speakermen doesn't die and infects the Titan Cameraman? What if the cameramen that didn't give thumbs up in episode 50 are planning something that'll turn the Titan Cameraman against the Alliance? All these are possibilities. The reason I think Titan Cameraman changing sides might happen is because it makes sense when you think about it in a few ways. First of all, we saw that he is easily overpowering the Titan Speakerman, and we know that Cinema Man was also overpowering him, and Cinema Man will most likely come back with upgrades soon. We have yet to see a fight between the Cinema Man and Titan Cameraman, which I think Defuk would love to make a video on. But before that, imagine if Cinema Man and Titan Cameraman teamed up with their upgraded forms. It would be too overpowered. How can the Titan Speakerman and G-Man Skibidi Toilet go against that? It would be impossible for them. It's already almost at a point where Titan Cameraman and Cinema Man can both take down G-Man and Titan Speakerman alone if they tried hard enough. That's why I think either Cinema Man or most likely Titan Cameraman will betray the Alliance. If Titan Cameraman betrays them, I don't think it'll happen willingly, but it's very likely to happen. He also has been very reckless lately. What was that thing he did to G-Man in part 1 of episode 57? He carelessly slammed him without thinking of any damage it could cause him. He was also very mad in episode 55, which caused him to lose his hand blaster, and he didn't even give a thumbs up at the end of that episode. He hasn't really been himself lately, and this is causing him to lose temper fast and act sloppy. This will most likely cause him to lose the battle in the next episode and maybe get infected. We also haven't seen the scientist Skibidi Toilet for a long time. We don't know what he has been planning for all that time. There is no way he was just chilling and doing nothing. With Titan Speakerman being saved soon, one of the other Titans must change sides somehow for the battles to be balanced. Now let's talk about the possibility that none of these happens, and I'm wrong about the twist that's going to happen. If I'm wrong about it, there's only one possibility left, and that's the secret agent. We've been seeing him almost in every episode now. He's getting closer and closer to the battlefield and hiding behind the shadows, teleporting to every battlefield. If the 3 Titans team up against the Skibidi Toilets, I don't see a world where the secret agent doesn't join the battle and is a very powerful character who can go against the Titans with the Skibidi Toilets. Even though it's not canon, you guys might know the music video that's called Blue-Gray, where the cameraman and TV man first appeared as a metaphor against Defuk's character, where he is trying to escape the Alliance members and fight against them. Even though this is not canon, we can safely assume that he is on the Skibidi Toilet side, at least more closer to that side. Lore-wise, he'll most likely find a way to make it justifiable when Secret Agent starts joining the battles, but when he does, it'll most likely be big. I'm not going to assume his abilities right now, but it's most likely on similar scales as the Titans, since he can go anywhere he wants and never gets hurt, and he somehow knows where everyone is all the time. What do you think is going to happen in the coming episode? Make sure to let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's try to hit 200,000 subs soon.